Bihar, a land known for its history, struggle, and resilience. And now a new chapter might be unfolding. When political strategist Prashant Kishor announced his 10-year mission to rebuild Bihar through his movement, Jan Swaraj, it gave people fresh hope. He's not chasing power, he is chasing change. His message is simple: revive Bihar through Gandhian values, self rule, dignity, and honest politics. But to understand where Bihar might be headed, we must first understand where it has come from. Let's rewind back to the time of independence. From the 1930s up to the late 1970s, Bihar's politics was built largely around caste. Even before India became free, power wasn't just about ideology, it was about social hierarchy. Caste system was at its ugly best, and even within the Congress, the upper caste like Bhumihars and Rajputs fought for dominance. Later, Brahmins and Kayasthas joined in. Politics became a chessboard of caste alliance. Who could outnumber whom? By the about 1960s, a new voice started to rise: the backward caste like Ahirs, Kurmis, and Koiris. Tired of being left out, they demanded their fair share in governance. What became as murmur of discontent soon grew into a full-blown social movement, shifting Bihar's power from upper caste elites to backward communities. When India slipped into dictatorship under Indira Gandhi's emergency, Bihar became the heart of resistance. Jayaprakash Narayan, or JP, led a movement that reignited India's democratic spirit. From this movement rose leaders who would shape Bihar's politics for decades: Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar. The 1977 election were historic. Congress lost power and people's voice roared back through the Janta Party. It was the dawn of a new era, one that brought the backward castes into real political power. Lalu Prasad Yadav, a man often seen in memes and news headlines, was once the voice of the voiceless. He gave dignity to the poor, the Dalits, the backward castes who had suffered centuries of humiliation. For them, he wasn't just a leader, he was Izzat, honor. He launched schools for poor children, abolished unfair taxes, and celebrated lower caste heroes. His politics made people from oppressed background feel seen for the very first time. But it wasn't all glory. As his rule went on, corruption grew, governance weakened, and Bihar's development slowed down. When scandals hit, Lalu stepped aside but kept control through his wife, Rabri Devi. Still, one cannot deny Lalu changed Bihar's social order forever. The upper caste lost their monopoly, and the backward caste found their political voice. Then came Nitish Kumar, the man of development and discipline. Also a student of the JP movement, Nitish believed in reform through governance, not just identity. He promised roads, electricity, schools, and law and order. For a time, he did deliver. Under Nitish, Bihar began to rise again from the chaos of the 90s. But politics in Bihar has always been so complex. For 3 decades, it's been a tug of war between Lalu's social justice and Nitish's governance model, both products of the same JP revolution, yet with opposite visions. Caste still plays the biggest role in Bihar's politics. Yadavs, who make up around 14% of population, remain Lalu's core support. Muslims, which are at 17.7%, who once stopped LK Advani's Rath Yatra, continue to stand with RJD, popularly known as the MY formula, which is over 30% of Bihar's population, are the core voter base for Lalu Yadav. Nitish's strength lies in the Kurmis and extremely backward castes. The BJP, meanwhile, appeals to the upper caste and hopes to unite them through development promises. Each party keeps crafting new categories like Nitish Mahadalit initiative to expand his social base. It's like a modern version of divide and rule where every caste matters in the electoral equation. Both Lalu and Nitish built their politics on foundation of caste and social identity, but neither has solved Bihar's biggest problems: poor education, joblessness, and economic dependence. Many argue that both leaders draw their power from people's struggles because if people truly became educated and empowered, they might no longer vote along caste lines. They might demand real change. As Bihar heads towards the 2025 assembly election, the question remains: will voters choose the familiar faces of Lalu and Nitish again? Or will a new generation led by people like Tejasvi Yadav and Prashant Kishor redefine Bihar's political destiny? One thing's for sure: Bihar stands at a crossroad between the politics of caste and promises of change, between the weight of the history and hope for a new beginning. The story of Bihar is not just about politics, it is about people, identity, and the dream of dignity. And now, as Bihar stands at crossroads, Prashant Kishore enters the arena not as a strategist but as a challenger to the old order, promising to rewrite Bihar's story. Whether he succeeds or not, one thing is clear: Bihar's politics will never be the same again.